The day has come. The first carving release, this is March 2025, original carving release is here. So I thought I'd show you the carvings that I am releasing today and let you know that they're live. And I just wanted to give you a tour. So to start, I'm gonna go with the smallest. And when I made this carving, I thought to myself, it's going to be, simple because it's small. But then I got to making it really detailed, and I'll tell you what, it took me a long time to make this carving, and I'm glad that I did. But wow, it was really time consuming to make a carving because it's really small. I mean, if you look at it next to my hand, it's very small, and to create something very small with a lot of detail is a lot of work. So the next one, just fix this, is one that is probably the most realistic or naturalistic of all of them. The other ones are a bit more stylized. I think I've called this carving Warm Breeze from the South because of the wind going through her hair. And I like the contrast of the smooth face and the textured hair, and I talked about that in a different video. But these are the three ladies here. This one I've already I've shown this one off. It's a hand-tooled carving, which I think is important to me because typically with women, I do a lot of sanding on the faces to make them look soft. And, it takes a certain amount of practice to get to a point where you don't need to use the sandpaper to make her face look fairly smooth. So that one I'm happy with. This one's different. This one is carved in such a way to where, it's been clear coated, but then I went through and I sanded the face to create a contrast in tone. So there's really no paint on her face except for on her eyeballs. I did just a very light chalk to kind of make her eyes pop. But happy with the way that turned out. Really unique carving. This is this one's fun. This is a wood spirit that I just I finished not too long ago. After I had finished a carving class, I didn't do any carving in the class. I was mostly helping the students out, and I thought to myself, I have to carve something. So this was kind of like a carving that I did to relax and unwind, and I really wanted to put lots of detail in this one, and I think I succeeded in putting a lot of detail in him. And he's even got a little bird friend. So this one's called A Quiet Place to Land because that little bird is just nestled in there so that he's kind of almost inconspicuous, which I really like. Moving on to my favorite president. This is Teddy Roosevelt. This is my version of Teddy Roosevelt. This is actually a project that's soon to arrive. There's actually, this one here. I'm starting this project up here, and turn this, it's the other heater. Going to be on the school. So happy with the way this one turned out. This one's also in the release, although this one's pending. Someone's already interested in purchasing it, so it might not be there for long. But the really fun experiment that this carving was, this is as much inspired by the painter Jeff Weir as it was inspired by my trips out west to Montana to collect all this wood that you're looking at here. All this wood comes from Montana, and most of it comes from trips that I take with my family and friends to get the wood. Ironically, this piece of basswood is not from Montana. It's from, this live edge piece is from Michigan. It's northern Michigan basswood, and it just has a lovely warm tone to it. The camera kind of makes it look yellower than it is, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It's kind of a modern approach to carving a western scene with the blue sage. It's called, I think it's called Buffalo and Montana sage. Yeah. Okay, moving on to a new medium. A medium that I haven't done in a while. This is trillium. This is carved in stone that I found. My brother and I made a trip in 2016 to Alabaster, Michigan, in hopes of finding alabaster. We had a handwritten note from my neighbor at an art show, and we drove up there in hopes to find it. We didn't find anything, turned around, went back home, and on the way home, shortly into the return, I saw a mound of pearlish white something in the distance, so I pulled over, And of course, my brother and I walked towards the hill and saw at our feet this clear translucent stone with grass growing up from underneath. And we just immediately started laughing because it was so clear. I mean, we hadn't the faintest clue of what alabaster looked like. It was really an unplanned, or we weren't very prepared for it. And so found a bunch of stone and was able to carve it. And this is actually from one of those trips. And of course, trillium is one of my favorite flowers. I love trillium. I like to see it on my hikes out in the forest and the woods behind the lake here. So a couple others. This one was a project for the school as well. Native woman with a headband. Textured the top area. Lots of character in this one. That one's also going to be a project that's going live to the school, as well as this green man, actually another project for the school that really kind of fun. He's totally surrounded by leaves, so kind of fun the way he turned out. Get him in the light. There you go. Now you can see him. Not a super big carving, but nicely surrounded by live edge cottonwood. This is from Montana as well, the wood that I found here from out west. And let's see, last one. This is a kind of a fun, quirky, thin piece of wood, bark, that I managed to get a side profile into and really enjoyed that. So yeah, he's a swirly old man. Good-natured fella. And that's really it, guys. These are the carvings going live. There's 12. And it's been a long time since I've released any carvings, any sculptures. So hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys there. See you guys on the shop. And per usual, guys, take your vitamins and be good. Talk to you. Bye-bye.